Alrighty, how's it going, everyone? Friday evening here in California, and today we are going to be installing this guy, the RS Acoustics center speaker for the Volkswagen Golf R. Plug and play unit here. We're going to take off this cover right here and use the tools I have there to remove the speaker, remove the cover, and swap them out. You are going to need a T20 bit like this one to take the original speaker out. And I have a couple of pry tools right there to go ahead and take that cover off and remove it. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. This is a soft dash, so we can actually press down here a little bit to get underneath and just lift this cover like so. Work our way to the side here. It's coming off very easily, actually. Very simple there. And this guy, I don't know, I'm barely even using the tool to push this thing up, to be honest. It is very gentle persuasion here. Also, apologies for the road noise in the background. I live on a somewhat busy street. Just taking a look here. All right, I see the next one there. Get in under there. Actually, might be able to just come in on this side and lift this guy up. There we go. You can see them here because of the big old screen in my way. Just gently follow along and remove cover like so. Set that off to the side. All right. Put this guy off to the side. Now let's work on these three T20 screws. I'm gonna take it nice and easy here, because obviously you don't want any of these screws to fall into the dash. Also, I forgot to mention, before you start any project like this, make sure you have a cup of coffee, because that's what's going to get you through a lot of these modifications on these cars. Good coffee. All right, screw number one is out. Screw number two is out. And the third one here. Set that down. Set these three down there, and the speaker is now free to be removed. And we're just going to bring this guy up. 2 pins right here. Grab like so. Just work it out. And we are now free and clear. So I don't know how well you guys can see this. This is the original speaker from Volkswagen, the Harmon Kardon. And this is the new one in comparison right next to it. Here's a look from the front. On the side here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. And just from the back. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and plug this guy in, and then we're going to actually turn our ignition on and verify that the new speaker works before we reassemble everything. So be right back in just a second. Okay, camera's back on. I just had to flip the ignition on and make sure it works, and it does. It actually already sounds a lot better than what I already had in there. So there's only really one way it can go in because of the offset of the 3 holes here. So we're going to go in like so, place this guy back where it's supposed to be, and just essentially reverse the process of getting the screws back in tightening this thing down and putting the bracket back. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on that. Do one right there. And like so. Let's screw this guy in. Alrighty, as you can see, everything's installed and tightened down. Taking this cover right here, line it all back up. Everything's back to normal, and enjoy.